Okay, so I am going to do this video really quickly because my roommates are going to be coming back and I just want to get this over with and I want to hang out with them. But also because I'm going to work on the lighting situation. I know people have been telling me that I need more light in here, and I'm going to actually put a backdrop on because it's enough of the messy room. I know, I get it. But I just wanted to prove a point. Like, we're all human. We all have faults. We all have flaws. Nobody's perfect. But just accept people for who they are and don't look at this, even though it is what we portray. Look at this. Look at the heart, the mind, the soul of the person. You can always fix the outside. You can always make them look the way you want them to look, believe it or not. But you can't fix the inside. They have to want to fix the inside on their own. And today I went to a Ladies' Day seminar for one of the companies that I work with. And I was so inspired about, the choices that you make and the life that you live. And I wanted to share that with you guys very quickly. So one of the things that I think is important is success. When you look at people that you think are successful, because everyone's definition of success is different. I have to slow down. Forgot I'm on camera. But success is very different for everybody. So when you decide that you want to be successful, and yes, I said you decide, because it's not luck, it's not about education, it's a choice. And the reason people get educated is because they choose to get educated so that they can get closer to what their definition of success is. So once you define what your definition of success is, that moment when you make the decision to be successful, every choice you make after that decision brings you closer to that success. So for example, you can either choose to build a website on your own, or you can choose to take a nap, or you can choose to watch a TV show, or you can choose to smoke a blunt, or you can choose to drink a glass of wine and relax, or you can choose to go out there and make a contact for the business that you want to start, or you can choose to sit down with your friends and talk about putting ideas together and actually implementing them, or you can start booking venues for your events. Every decision you make is a choice. And many of us are so caught up on this virtual reality. When you disconnect from virtual reality, from your cell phones, your TVs, and your computers, then you allow yourself to connect to reality, which are the people and the events and the things that are going on right in front of you. And sometimes you'll have somebody amazing right in front of your face, and you don't even see it because you're too busy texting someone who doesn't even want to spend time with you. So let's just appreciate the things that are in front of us, and start making decisions that are going to improve your future and your life. Because believe it or not, all those people that are successful and retired and just relaxing put a lot of hard work in the beginning, and they put in more work and effort and time than the rest of the world is willing to do. The rest of the world just wants to work paycheck to paycheck, 9 to 5, 8 hours a day, have their security, their benefits, and whatever. And the people that have more are the ones that said, I'm going to risk it all. Don't listen to me. I'm not a professional. I'm not giving professional advice. I'm just telling you like what I've experienced and what I'm experiencing, because I'm going on this business entrepreneurial ventureship, and I'm finding that the rewards are so much more rewarding. I work 2 to 3 hours a day, and I make more money than I did working a 9 to 5 job. And I have the rest of the time to hang out with my friends and family. But it's a process. It's not like it's easy. There's some days that I'm like, oh great, I'm negative in the bank. And I make the money and I put it back in. But I would rather go through these ups and downs than commute to work every single day, work a 9 to 5, and then commute back home and have no time for myself. And all I want to do is sit down and watch TV instead of engaging with my friends and family. At least this way I have more time to do the things that I want to do, and I am moving towards something for me, which makes me more excited than helping my boss get rich. But not everybody feels like that. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, I do not want to run a business. I don't want to run a company. All I want to do is work 9 to 5, do my job, get my paycheck, and then they do go out and engage with their friends and family, and they do go out and have a great life. So, choose by that too. But this is for like the people that are wanting something different. They want to choose their definition of success. And maybe if you are a 9 to 5er, your definition of success is a successful relationship, or a successful hobby, or success within your family. Like having that family dynamic, that people are engaged in. And you could be proud that you're a good mom, or a good wife, or a good husband, or a good friend, or a good, core of the family, like the person that everybody goes to. And if that's your definition of success, I think that's beautiful too. That I love those people. Those are the people that I go to when I don't know what to do, you know? So everybody's definition of success is going to be different. But the day you decide what your definition of success is, at that day, every choice you make will determine whether or not you ever reach that success. And it'll bring you closer to that success if you continue to make the right decisions, which are usually the hard decisions. Sometimes you're going to have to miss family functions and holidays so that when you do have the money, you'll be able to go to all the family functions and the holidays. It just depends on what it is. But there was a lot of stuff that I heard today that impacted me greatly. I won't be able to share everything with you, but one of them is your word is your worth and your worth is your word. If you say you're going to do something, you should be accountable. And if you can't make it, then you need to contact that person and not say, I'm sorry, I can't make it, but say, I'm sorry, something came up, I can't make it. Can we reschedule for? So now you're showing responsibility and letting them know, I'm still coming through for you. I just can't do it at this moment. But let's reschedule to confirm that I will be there and I will finish this project, if that makes any sense. Same thing if you're dating. That's really important too. Like if you're canceling on somebody, don't just say, oh, I can't make it, let's reschedule. Say, I can't make it, but I really do want to see you again. Are you free on Tuesday? Like it's really important. Whatever the reason is. And when the person that you were supposed to meet sees that, then they take you seriously. But if you're constantly canceling and never setting a date, you should just leave that person alone. Because you really don't care about the person that you keep canceling on, or else you wouldn't have canceled in the first place. But anyway, what else did I learn today? Communication has a lot to do with your words that you speak and how you use them. If you're not very eloquent, that's fine. There's a dictionary. Open it. Learn a new word every single day. Try to use it. Improve your vocabulary. If you have a very difficult accent, then perhaps you want to work on your pronunciation and your speech. A little bit every day accumulates, and all of a sudden you get better at speaking. You may have to speak slower than other people so that they can understand you. So these are things that you might want to keep in mind when you're trying to improve yourself and make yourself the best you that you can be, so that you can start reaching your goals. Because if people don't understand you and they can't communicate with you, you're really not going to get anywhere. Because you're never going to get your message across. You're never going to get your customer base. You're never going to get people to understand why you're doing what you're doing, and they won't be able to help you on your journey because they won't know what it is because you're not communicating it, if that makes any sense. And I think the last thing I want to finish on is you never know what people are going through. So if somebody gives you an attitude, or somebody's mean or rude, or somebody's letting their kids run around crazy, don't judge them. You don't know what they're going through. If somebody's acting erratic, they might be going through something that they don't want to share with you. So you shouldn't judge them or look down upon them. There was a story of a man who was letting his kids run around like crazy. And this lady finally went up to him and she's like, you should be ashamed of yourself for letting the children run around like that. And he just looked at her and he apologized and he said, I'm sorry. We just came from the hospital. Their mother just died. He let the kids play so that they wouldn't think about it. You never know what someone's going through. So don't judge them. Always uplift and encourage people and try to help them. And the meaner somebody is to you, unless they're physically touching you, I'm not even tell you what to do if somebody touches you because I don't want to be responsible. But if the meaner somebody is to you, the nicer you should be to them. Always kill people with kindness. Because what happens is when you kill them with kindness, they're going to look at you and be like, whatever. But then after a while, if they do have a heart, because some people don't, they're going to be like, I was really wrong to this person. And they're going to come back and do the right thing and make amends. And if they continue to be that person, then you know who you're working with and you have the choice to either walk away or continue being somebody's punching bag. So I always say just kill them with kindness, because the rewards that come from that, when people see that somebody's being rude and nasty to you and you're still being kind and polite, more people want to help you than help them. Cool? Well, I hope that helped some people. I know I was impacted greatly. I have like 15 pages full of notes. We were there for 8 hours. Like, that was a rockin' seminar. Definitely get engaged in your local functions, and hopefully you guys will get educated and learn a little more and be inspired. Good night.